Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. All the stuff that we didn't get to during the course of the show today. Betty Rock, fresh off of a 4-day vacation or 3-day? No, 3-day. Because you were out Monday. Mm-hmm. And she came back in kind of recharged, it felt like. Mm-hmm. She came in like, hey! Mm-hmm. Like Norman was like, hey.
Well, mainly it's because we're going to lunch.
Oh, I know. A reason to live. We're doing a show lunch. And we have to thank somebody that sent us the gift cards. It was really nice of her, to go to Chewy's. And so I was like, oh, that's really cool. Thank you. So I'm excited about this because Betty's excited, Gavin's excited, and it'll be nice to just kind of get away and talk about work. It always happens.
No, it's because you.
I can't help it.
No, yes, you can.
It's all I have in common with you. No.
We're not going to talk about work. I refuse.
A little.
No, I refuse.
Okay. Well, then Gavin and I will just sit there staring at each other.
I'll share with you everything that's going on in my life. So the other day.
Oh, no.
The waiter.
Check, please. Check, please.
More dip.
Yeah. You guys enjoy this. Have fun. Oh, no. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a good time. Let's get into something that Betty Rock, you had wanted to do, because we have a potty group. You might not know this. You have the people that listen to the Aftercast. You guys are potties. We love it. But then we have another inside group inside of that are the potty groups. They are like the A-list people that seem to really know the show and love it a lot.
Yeah, we keep this group running
Nice.
We keep this group running on our Facebook page. If you text Poddie, Poddie, to 91979, we'll send you a link in there. You can join our potty group. But it's where we just keep you up to date on things that we've talked about in our Aftercast. Also, you get some more behind-the-scenes stuff that sometimes we just don't post on our regular social media account. One of them that Brian, he is one of our potties, and he just posted, he said, Gavin just answered my call this morning for the contest and said, hold on a sec, let me connect you, and then hung up on me.
That checks out.
I don't even know, here's one thing. I don't understand connect you. I don't say that to people. See, but now it sounds like I'm calling him a liar.
Right. Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no. I'm trying to think. Let me. Can you show it to me one more time?
Typically,
this is from Brian.
So
what you would say typically is you'd be
hold on a second. Let me connect to you.
To the other room or to Wally in the other room.
One thing. So what I've been doing so far is it's a contest based on being the X number caller.
Yeah.
For this contest. So the if you're not that caller, the first thing is, as I try to do it really quick, I'm like, hey, your caller number this. I'm going to hang up at callback, see if you can get in at that number.
And that's how you should.
And then gone so you can call back as soon as you want if you're trying hard to get into it. If I get to a certain point where I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if I've lost track numerically where I'm at. I'll be like, hey, let me put you on hold, see what number you are. Put them on hold. Go check the number. Make sure I'm doing the math right. And then if I do come back, I usually come back and I say, hey, looks like you weren't that caller for today, but thank you so much for calling in, though. Right. And then we're done. Okay. So.
But when did you say, let me connect to you?
I don't remember.
He's calling you a liar.
Because I know when Betty Rock screens phone, because you go into another room to do it. So Betty Rock will be like, hey, let me see if Wally's got somebody in the other room, or let me connect you to Wally in the other room. Like, I've heard her say things like that.
I don't use the word connect.
You don't?
You.
Okay.
The phrase connect you. I don't remember using that. I'm trying
Here's what I
not to call him a
say.
liar.
Here's what I will say to Brian, because I've done calls before.
Brian.
I've screened them before.
Gavin hates you.
It is very.
I don't hate
it's
anyone.
very easy for us to accidentally hang up on.
Yes.
you.
In this case, we have. This is of any we do topics, we do games. This right here, just the most amount of callers I've ever had to screen through.
Massive. These buttons for the phones are so close to each other. I'll go to pick one up, and if I'm at a slightly wrong angle, I hang up on the one below it by accident. And it's total operator error. I have to take my finger and go like a missile coming in. I have to go pew, and so it hits straight down, or else I hang up on people by accident.
Yeah, and there was one time when Gavin was out and I was screening calls, and I don't know what happened. It could have been user error, though I doubt it. But Wally kept taking calls, but then I was in the other room.
You kept picking up my side.
Yeah, it was something about so I felt sorry for the people on the other end of those calls, because all they heard was me going, stop picking up the
we have two banks of buttons, and each one, like one bank picks it up in the other room, and one bank picks it up here. She didn't know which bank she was supposed to be pushing because it's the opposite in that room. So every time I hit it, it was your fault because she would hit the other side and it would take it away. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Because we're sitting here trying not to be the ones at fault. I easily could have done something.
Absolutely.
And you totally did.
Totally. I did. Brian, dude, I am of sorry.
Just own it. Treat Brian like your wife. Like, yes, you're right, honey. I am so
You're
sorry.
Right, Brian.
You know what, Brian? I think I might have messed up our entire relationship here, and I'm going to do the work that it takes. I'm going to put in now to make sure that you, Brian, and I are going to be together forever.
Wow.
I'm going to lose weight just so these fingers get skinnier, and I don't hit 3 buttons.
I love what you're doing. You're doing the work. You made it about you,
Wow.
Gavin. That's really nice. I think Brian's happy.
Okay. Patty, she commented on something. She said, I've got a who does that for you.
Oh,
she
okay.
said she was at the Natalie Grant and Danny Gokey Christmas concert,
Ooh.
and there was a guy in the front 2 rows FaceTiming his girlfriend and having a full-blown conversation with the volume all the way up.
That's annoying.
In the middle of a conversation?
That's annoying. Like, if I'm
Who
Danny
does that?
Gokey, I would love to be on stage and see that. I love when comedians or artists call people out for their using the phone during the
Oh,
shows.
it makes me anxious.
Oh, it's
Makes
so
me
funny
nervous.
because you don't know what's going to happen. I love it. I know. That's what I love. I love that uncertainty. And are they going to get mad? Are they like? I think it's disrespectful to everyone around you too. If you're going to do that, step out. There's times when I'm in a movie. Okay, so let's see.
Wait
if you
a minute.
Do this in
What
a
if
movie.
his girlfriend was like in a hospital? Okay,
Step out.
but she wants to see the show.
She didn't pay.
But he's FaceTiming
Doesn't
her.
matter.
What if this is her last concert? It's a Christmas shoe
It's a Christmas shoe.
situation.
Then it's fine. then it's absolutely okay.
Sir, I want to film your
Show
concert.
for my girlfriend, please. It seems that she has really rock knees.
Wow.
They don't think she'll live.
Okay, let it go.
Knees.
Let it go. Let it go.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm in a movie and I get a text.
Mm-hmm.
I will look at my text. I will pull my phone out.
Why?
Because I don't know if it's important. I've had to leave movie theaters for important
text
things.
is
Yeah, someone
never-
died. I had to
no.
walk out.
They'll
They're like,
call
"Hey,
you.
your dad's passed away."
They'll
oh my
call
gosh.
you.
So anyway, I will
They'll
pull
call
out.
you.
I will pull out a text. I'll pull out my phone and I look at it at an angle. I keep the screen down and I see if it's worth dealing with.
You've
if
ignored
it
mine a
is,
few times. And you're
well,
like,
yeah.
I was in the theater.
well, because you were sending me like a GIF or something, like so it wasn't.
So there's levels of importance.
100% there. 100% there.
Wow.
And so if it's like something important, but if you needed something, you're like, oh, my car's broken down, I would step out of the movie theater.
Yeah, it's not the other way around, but yes.
Yeah, I know it's not the other way around. Betty Rock, it's weird. Like, she steps out of here, and you could literally have just finished talking to her, and you're like, as she walks out the door, you even hear the door click, and you're like, oh, shoot, I need to text her real quick, something. And it's do not disturb instantly. You see that moon come on like
I
that.
have my phone set to where when I get 1 mile away
Yeah.
from the station,
Not even a
it goes
mile.
straight to
Yeah.
do not disturb.
10 feet out the door.
I was telling her that because yesterday I texted her about 2 things for work.
Yeah.
And then I had
on my day off.
I had it on her day off, and I even in a text said sorry for texting you twice on your day off. A very conscientious person.
Nothing
here.
wrong with that.
And then I had this. I had a TikTok. I was like, oh, Betty would like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was gonna send it. And I was like, nah, she hasn't responded.
Do not disturb.
I was just like, it's
Yeah.
like she's not gonna respond to this.
I would
Yeah.
She might
respond to
have,
the
if it was-
TikTok, but
Of
not the
course.
work.
Of course.
It's my day off.
Absolutely.
I know.
You get it.
Yeah. I had made the mistake of taking a night off last night, and I left my computer in my bag. When I got home from work, I didn't get it out. I just did personal life stuff. Still apologizing to my wife. If you listen to the show, you'll know why. And so, like, I did no work, and I went to small group and wrapped presents, and then went to dinner with everybody there. Had the best night. Came home. Didn't open my computer back up after that. And I was like, good for me. Good for me. I kept a work-life balance. And I got here this morning and just got inundated. I'll never do that again. It's such a pain in the butt. Honestly, it's like I have to stay up with it as much as I don't want to. I have to, because then I came in early too. Like I've been up since 1 o'clock this morning, and like
The time keeps getting earlier.
No, it was actually 12:07. It was 12:07. I remember it distinctly.
You need to go home and take a nap.
I know, but then I came in early, and I was still answering emails when you came in. It was just like, oh my goodness. I paid the price for it. So anyway, what do you got, Lady Rock?
Well, Chris Rock, he was slapped by Will Smith, and I guess he's still carrying that anger with him because he was recently hired to come and perform his stand-up at a billionaire Christmas party.
Oh, and you know that he got paid big money for that because all these billionaire guys, they want to be like, Chris Rock's my friend. I was able to get him, and then they pay them a god-awful amount of money.
Well, I guess he had a rule. He said, yeah, that's fine. I'll come and I'll do it, but I don't want to be videoed, taped, recorded, or reported.
Yeah.
And I guess right in the middle of his setup, he saw someone with their phone out filming. And he walked off the stage right in the middle of his whole set. Yeah.
Really?
And I guess he just didn't want to be recorded. But anyways, I guess Keith Urban, the country music star, he was in attendance as well. And so when Chris Rock just walked off, Keith Urban got up there and he started playing his set. He was up there for an hour and a half.
I wonder if he was supposed to play.
Maybe, because he had his equipment
here's
there.
A guitar and here's a band? What?
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe he was supposed to play
and he just had to jump on early.
But he had to just do an extra 30 minutes.
That's good. I love when people can step up with a skill like that and save the day. Like that is awesome. It reminds me of a time when I saw Mercy Me at Disney World. They were doing like the it used to be called Night of Joy. So the Christian concerts there. And so they're playing, and bands have things very automated now. Like there's a computer that's running that has a click track in their head, and it'll count them into songs, and it gives them pauses, and so they know what they're gonna do, and then it triggers background vocals, all this stuff. So it's very, very scheduled. And so there was somebody that was having a medical emergency in the front, and people were screaming to Bart, we need a doctor, we need a doctor. And he's got headphones in his in-ears, so he can't hear them. And he's kind of laughing, like, because half the time you hear people say things, you have no idea, and you just kind of smile and go on. And then they're really getting emphatic, and he pulls his monitor out, and then he hears, oh my gosh, they need help. So he, on the mic from the stage, is like, hey, we need help down in the front here. Could we get EMTs down here? I think someone's having like a heart attack or something. And so they brought EMTs down there. But it was crazy to watch them just pivot like that. They went from they were playing like the fun, they was in the up part of their set, and they just went into this worship set where they were just doing this, like these cool versions of worship songs, just calm, just honoring that moment while they worked on this person. And then as that took care of itself, then they kind of get back into their show. So good.
That's totally different from the whole Trump situation when
remember
someone was like, someone was having like a heat stroke or something, and this guy was down on the floor, and the paramedics are coming towards him, and they're singing YMCA. Like, I would hate to go out with people around me singing YMCA.
They're like, the one guy's doing the progressions, and then all of a sudden he gets to the chorus, and he stops. He's like, why?
Yeah, like,
YMCA with his arms in the air.
Yeah.
That'd be
Pretty
funny.
You want to do this birthday shout out?
Yeah, what do you got?
This is Abigail. Abigail wants to wish her sister Anna a happy birthday. Said she's turning 16.
Nice.
Happy 16th birthday. That's a big one. Said she's gifted in just about anything she tries, like gymnastics, volleyball, piano, etc.
Nice.
But most importantly, she's one of the kindest persons and super proud of her.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I love that.
Okay, she's got a great question. Anna does not listen to the podcast. She'll hear me playing it occasionally, though. Sure. So what would each of your best sales pitches be as to why she should start listening?
That's really good. So now Anna is accomplished at everything except finding good podcasts. So it's the one thing she's deficient in.
Yep, a sales pitch.
I would say, hello, Anna. You're really good at everything except podcasts. And I don't think you want this to be the one area of your life you're not good at. And so what you should do, and especially letting your sister beat you, oh my gosh.
That's the worst.
Yeah, like your sister, who we know is
competitive.
Yeah, not as smart as you, obviously, knows good podcasts. Maybe you should check this out. And then maybe you could share with her things that you learned on the podcast instead of her sharing it with you. So make it a competition.
Okay. I would use my sales pitch as a bonding experience. So I would say, hey, Anna, don't you wish that you could spend more time with your sister on things that you two like together?
Sure.
Well, you know that Abby obviously has great sense of knowing when she hears a good podcast, and this is one of those. And so if you start listening, y'all can bond and laugh over the things that you found funny.
Yeah.
So why not start listening?
Oh, here's another idea, too. Hey, just so you know, if you listen to this podcast, you might get into a good college. If you don't, you probably won't. It's not true. It's just advertising.
So
Yes.
threatening.
Yeah. You want to get into a good
So
college?
Wally goes with bullying
Yes.
or threatening.
That's my tactics.
And I'm going with bonding.
Yeah, either way.
Okay. Gavin?
Oh, let's just go with Nike.
Nike. Just
do
Do it.
There you go. Just do it. Quit messing around. Quit wasting your life on all these other things that don't matter.
Piano,
Volleyball?
gymnastics?
When have
me?
either of those paid off for anybody besides like Michael Bublé
decent
and the girl
Oh,
that
the
tumbles a
girl,
lot?
yeah.
Simone Biles.
Yeah, Simone Biles. Unless you can be the next Ray Gun, then we're in full support.
So good. All right, well, that's going to do it for your Aftercast
We're
for
going to go
today.
to lunch.
Yay!
Betty's buying.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. We're going to spend them gift cards.
Yep. All right, well, that's going to do it for your Aftercast. Thanks for being a potty.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.